So the 2026 NFL draft is next Thursday. This year it is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. When we were there in December, they actually started preparing for it. So they had the cool clocks and countdowns and everything. So this is an image of what it should look like next to, which I still call Heinz Field. Next Thursday. So right now the Dolphins, because things could change, we are projected to have 2 picks. Well, we have 2 picks, not projected. We have 2 picks in the first round. We have the 11th pick, and then we have the 30th pick, which we mentioned before came from Denver through the whole Waddle. So, and then in the second round, we have the number 43rd pick. So with that, are we picking at 11? And if we're picking at 11, if you guys were the GM, if you're John, because I would never call you Chris Greer, if you guys were John-Eric Sullivan's, what position are we going for at 11? Mike, go first. What do you got?
Okay. They will pick at 11.
Who are we picking?
It won't. Yes, they're going to pick at 11. I don't know about pick 30, but they're picking at 11. And here's what I'll say. I feel very strongly about. It won't be a wide receiver, but I think everything else is in play. They could take a corner. They could take an edge rusher. They could take an offensive lineman. I think it's one of those spots. If the safety from Ohio State falls, they could take him. I don't think he's going to fall, but I could see, Spencer Fano, Francis Mavinoa from Miami down there. I could see Mansour, Delane, Jermod McCoy. He's going to be in play. Monroe Freeling will be in play, the offensive tackle. Ruben Bain, if he falls that far, he could be in play. I think edge rusher, corner, offensive lineman. I think it's going to be one of those 3 spots. It doesn't have to be one over the other because, look, here's the thing for Dolphins fans. And I know it's tough to say this because we've waited so long, 25 years without a playoff win, all that stuff. Got to have some patience. They're not going to fix this roster in one draft. It's just not. You can't fill every hole in one draft. I don't care how many picks they got. You can't. So they need help literally everywhere except for running back. So as long as it ain't a running back, which ain't going to happen, I don't care what position. Even if they took a wide receiver, I'm not going to be mad at it because we need wide receivers, but I just don't think he will take one there. Like, they need help everywhere across the board. But I think offensive lineman, edge rusher, corner, one of those 3 spots will be pick 11. If I had to guess, one of those 3 spots will be pick 30, and that's probably how they get this thing going.
E, what do you like?
So I think in the first round, one of 2 things is going to happen. Either one, they're going to trade down a lot, and they're going to try and accumulate as many picks as they possibly can. And you heard John-Eric Sullivan actually today during his press conference say, I doubt I'm going to be trading up, but we will be very active on the phone to trade down. And again, there's just so many holes to fill at this point. And this is the start of their era, so they want to try and get as many blue chip players as they possibly can. If they decide to stay where they are, and because the other part to that is you've got to have 2 to tango, right? So you've got to have somebody who's willing to trade their pick to come up to get your pick. And if that's not the case, then I think you've got two or three positions that you're going to look for, either offensive tackle, defensive back, or wide receiver in